Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. So, a few weeks ago, I left my job. I was a yard driver at FedEx. I quit my job because it was a very toxic environment. However, I made pretty good money, especially when I was working overtime. I did 20. I was making 23 an hour, and then with overtime, it was 34. So I was making some good money. In fact, I ended the year at like 60 something thousand dollars. Well, I tried out for this job, this driving job, Skyhop, which was a little bit of a pay cut, but they said the drivers get tips. Closer to my home, I was excited. I passed the drug test. I did good on the driving test. Everything was good. However, they do look up your MVR, and unfortunately, if you have any accidents, any within the last 2 years, or any moving violations, you may not be able to get the job. So, unfortunately, I found out today that I didn't get the job. So that means that I'm going to work more hours at McDonald's. And this is my first day. I worked at McDonald's in the past before, but I walked out because it was just a ghetto mess. If you would have told me 6 months ago, I would have quit my $23 an hour job and I would have been ending up full time at McDonald's, I would have said, "Oh, you're crazy." But that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Life has a way of throwing you curve balls, and you sometimes they hit you in the face, and sometimes you gotta dodge them. This is a very humbling experience for me, but I've always had respect for fast food workers because you do a lot of work. You do a lot of work. It's not necessarily hard work, but you're constantly on your toes every second, every minute, every second, every minute. Now, I would say I am making a dollar more than what I was making when I was a manager at Family Dollar. But but it's cool. I said, well, the checks I get from McDonald's is gonna pay my car note off, and I'm gonna try to start saving because I do want to get my CDL. So I'll probably get back to being a yard driver. I just have to be patient. I have to be patient. But this is a very humbling experience. But I thank the manager at the store for giving me an opportunity. He's a part of the family, so I told him, hey, if you want me to work, I work. Of course, there's some childish ass folks that work there. I kind of had to just stay to myself because I don't got time for that dumb shit. But hey, maybe I'll finally learn how to deal with toxic coworkers.